yeah, so like I said, this is just the inaugural episode, I guess, of Authentic Intentions. And what this is going to be, I wouldn't really call it a podcast. It's going to be specifically like a interview series. So, like I said, I got my guy right here, but let me go ahead and give him the introduction that he needs. I got a little notes with me, but we'll see if we need him or if I stay on him. But look, so this is my guy. He got a CeeLo Green creativity, a John Legend epicness. He got a little Chris Brown and some Bryson Tillerness and some undeniable exhilarance. Well, look, he also got a children's show, and it's like the black jamming version of Miss Rachel called My Friend T. Now, I want to tell y'all before y'all get to all of this and that, look, Michael Jordan went from basketball to baseball, right? And it really wasn't the same thing. But my guy here, he went to music, to show whatever he's doing, but he brings it 100% every time. I want to tell you, he is not out of place with whatever he's doing. So without further ado, the versatile, well-rounded, polished, creative, purposeful, my guy, the artist, just the letter T.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, I was sitting back just listening to how you put that together. I was like, oh, that's smooth. Hey, one thing one of my mentors told me a long time ago is that you know you made it when you don't have to introduce yourself. Oh, yeah. So you know, getting on my own introduction, I feel like I made it. So like that's really dope. So I appreciate all the kind words, and thank you so much for having me on your platform.
Hey, most definitely, you already know, man. I had to. It wouldn't be no other way as far as the introduction goes. If somebody don't get no introduction, then this just ain't the right place for them. You know what I'm saying? This is authenticity first. But yeah, like I said, we here with my guy. We just gonna be hanging out, just kicking it, you know. And so I want to get into some questions I have though. Like for you, what was like your intro to music in general?
Intro to music, so probably church. Honestly,
yeah,
I would have to say probably church. Like when I think far back of like, where did I get music from? I remember sitting in the pews listening to, you know, just gospel music and worshiping in the choir. I was in the little kids choir like most of us were when we were kids. So it's like that's where I really remember starting to love music. But then I started to really fall in love for different artists and just like what the sound was like. So when growing up, Michael Jackson. He was like everything to me.
Yeah.
Like when it came to music, like Michael Jackson could do it all. I had this VHS tape from one of his world tours, and I played that tape out like every single day. Like when I was a kid, this is elementary. I mean, I brought it to school for show and tell. Like I'm like, hey, we gotta watch this, and it's just I was captivated by just him as an entertainer.
For sure.
Just everything that Michael Jackson could do. Just the fact that the music was so catchy, but then the fact that I'm watching this guy who is just he's captivating the whole crowd. People passing out, like they put that in the VHS, like how just his presence and just like what he did was so amazing. And so I was like, I always emulated that. I always wanted to be like Mike. I mean, I did talent shows where I was Michael Jackson, and you know, like I had the hat, the glove. You know, me and my mama was painting and putting sparkly glitter on. Like it was dope. So like I would say that's where I trace back, like just music in general, for sure.
For sure, no, I can see that as well. Michael Jackson, I mean, that's pretty much it right there. If he's somebody that you're trying to emulate, then that's definitely top notch right there. Because that was gonna be my next question after you know, your introduction to music. Who was somebody who made you a fan? So I guess very fittingly it was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta give big ups to Mike. I love boy bands growing up too.
For sure.
Boys to Men, just fact that you have these four guys at the time, it was four of them, four guys who just meshed together that it felt like one. I was always so captivated. Like I was like, what is this? And then the Temptations, that was another really big one for me. When I listened to the Temptations, I used to always want to sound like everybody in the group.
Okay.
So that was the biggest thing for me. And they had so many different ranges that like I was always trying to hit them really, really high notes. And then I was like, okay, I want that really, really deep voice. Like I wanted to be able to sing every part of it. So I would definitely. I gotta give the Temptations also a big influence on my life as well.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like when you see that it's like a challenge set, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like challenge accepted for you, and you
Mhm.
try to see what you could do as far as all of them, where they all played their roles like one band, one sound, you
Man.
know. So
Man,
oh, that's dope. So in addition to like some of your early influences, like what was the 10-year-old T? What was he into, and did he know that he would be a creator as he grew up?
I think I always knew I'd be a performer. So,
Okay.
again, I used to do talent shows. Like anytime they would say they were doing school talent shows, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
10-year-old T. The funny part about that is when I was younger, my brother and a couple of our friends, we had a music group that we started.
Okay.
We were called the Silver Dolphins.
Silver Dolphins.
Look, I know. We were called the Silver Dolphins, but like we were writing music, we were performing them at the YMCA.
Oh yeah.
Like we had a what I call our hit single, "Falling Bubbles." It's crazy.
Falling Bubbles. You
Falling
gotta
Bubbles.
explain.
Oh my goodness, it was lit. It made absolutely no sense, the song, but like sometimes the song don't gotta make sense.
No, for sure, that's real.
No, we were performing these songs, and I always knew that just entertainment was what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So like I said, at a young age, that's just something that where I felt natural. I used to watch like Drew Hill, and Cisco.
Definitely.
I remember when Unleash the Dragon came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to like dance like Cisco and hit all them notes. Like
That's real.
like I'm telling you, I knew from a young age that this is where I feel like at home. So
That's real. That's
For
funny
sure.
you brought out the Cisco Unleash the Dragon, man. I had a Cisco poster in my room,
Hey.
like the red where he had the little
Yeah,
orange
with the-
braids.
Come
yeah.
on. Yeah,
So,
bringing
nah.
back the memories.
That's real, man. So I want to ask you too. So I know you said you started a group with your brother.
Mhm.
Now, is that what inspired you to start like making studio music, or who inspired you to start getting into the studio?
Yeah, that's a great question. I started getting into the studio. One of my good friends, he's not really a friend, he's a brother of mine. His name was BC, not
Okay.
was. He's still with us. Hold on. His name is BC. Like he's out there branded. That's
Shout out BC.
Yeah, man. That's my guy. We were in theater one day, and I think we were getting ready to do a musical theater, and I think I might have been a freshman. I was a freshman in high school, and so this musical we had. We were a newer theater department, and so we had this musical, but we didn't have the arrangement for the music.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, man, I love music, so let me see what I can cook up.
Right.
And so all we had were the lyrics, nothing else. And so I went through and I created the arrangement
Okay.
for all of the songs in the musical that we were doing. And I was
Well-
teaching everybody in the play, like, oh, this is how you sing this is how you sing that.
Yeah.
And then he caught on to that because he was already rapping.
Right.
So
right.
he was already like passing CDs out. He
On
was
the
that guy at the
grind.
school, you know what I'm saying? Like he wrote, had a whole rhyme book, writing rhymes all the time. And he was like, dude, you got a little knack for this. Like he was the first person to really like point it out to me
Yeah.
that I had a gift for it. And like I was like, oh, okay, well, what does that mean?
Do with it.
Man, and so I'm about to throw a name out here that you gonna know. He took me to Crack Doja Production.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out Crack Doja. It's a
and
staple in the Louisville.
It's a staple. That's like I just love the fact that I can say Crack Doja because, like you said, that's a staple. Like I feel like a
For
lot
sure.
of artists who come through Louisville, like you got roots through that studio,
Right.
Especially if you were going to the one that was in the church and you had to go up. Like there's good times.
I will say that, man, as far as, like I said, no shade to nobody, but as far as like the Louisville music goes, man, I want somebody that used to go through Crack Doja to make it and pop. You know what I'm saying?
For
'Cause
sure.
it really don't. I mean, it counts, but it's not the same. It's like because everybody, it was a pretty big group where people knew each other.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we got to know you from Crack Doja for it really means something. But
For
yeah.
real. And so like that was the first time I was like exposed to what it was like to record. And so we recorded a couple tracks there. Mind you, I wasn't well crafted in studio singing yet.
Most definitely.
You know,
for sure, it takes time.
You like, and I didn't know that going in, but like I loved the whole journey of it. And like I got it back. my songs were pitchy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
For
like,
sure.
you know, they weren't the best, but to me, that was the greatest thing I had done in my life.
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
it feels. It's like exhilarating.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, listening back, I have a couple of, I gotta find those. I know I saved them somewhere, but like listening back to those, it's like, yo, like they wasn't that good, but this was such a great starting point for me. And so like
Most
that's where I really got into, okay, I can be a recording artist, not
Right.
just somebody who likes to sing or somebody who is in a
Yeah.
choir or something. Like, no, I can
Like
do
materialized.
this.
You
Yeah.
see it come
Yeah.
to be. That's what's up, man. So and also, man, for the people, I want to tell them too. I don't want to dive too much into that section of it since you're on a different leaf right now. But I know you went by a different name at one point in time. So I want to get into like what made you change your name from Emmett J to just the letter T, and also like I said, the significance of like the transition in your spiritual walk as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say this part, but I'd probably say cut the part about Emmett.
For sure, for sure.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
explain all of that just
You
so
good.
you had a background.
Yeah.
Emmett J. Emmett J. was a name that is near and dear to my heart. So my middle name is EJ.
Okay.
And so my grandfather's name was Emmett James. And so I'm not Emmett James. I was EJ. But when I started making music, I wanted a name that meant something to me and the name that was dope. And so Emmett J was a combination of my grandfather's and then my name that I put together. And that's where Emmett J came from. But Emmett J sounded like an R&B singer.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
No, it does though. It's got a ring to
you know,
it too.
it sounds like, oh, that's
Yeah.
a smooth, you know what I'm saying? I put Emmett J. Oh, I want to listen to Emmett J. Like it sounded like an R&B singer to me.
Most
And
definitely.
so I was really big into R&B. And so just, yeah, I created a lot of music underneath the alias Emmett J. And you know, for lack of better terms, I made a lot of sex music.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You know,
Right.
just keep it real.
R&B.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I think the funniest part about that, and for most people that create music, especially just in the Black community, we be making songs about stuff we know nothing about.
That's very true.
I knew nothing about most of the stuff I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
Too
saying?
young
Like,
to experience.
you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't having sex. Like I wasn't doing none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But like I knew the music, I knew the feeling, I knew the certain song, like I knew that, like sonically, I knew how to hit you in the ear
Right.
to make you like, oh, hold up, this man knows what he's talking about. No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. So it's like yeah. So I stuck with that, and I used to do a little rapping too, but I got into a point to where I told myself, stop rapping, build just vocally, because I wanted to build that strength. So yeah, I was doing Emmett J for the longest, and then he got to a point to where I never wanted my face to be associated with Emmett J.
I feel that.
It was something that I literally created a persona, and every time I talked about Emmett J, it was always another person.
Okay, I can see that.
I never talked about Emmett J like, hey, that's me. Like, this is mine. No, I used to say, hey, Emmett's got this thing coming out.
Yeah,
Emmett's getting ready to drop this in
like an alter ego.
It was like an alter ego.
Okay.
It was to the point to where like I had always said, if I do videos for Emmett, I'll never be the lead in the videos.
Okay.
It'll be somebody else, and then I'll be like Stan Lee with a cameo. You know what I'm
just
saying?
like
Like
putting it together.
So it was, and I didn't really figure that out until probably later, that there was a little bit of probably like shame behind that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like there was a reason why I didn't want my face
For sure.
associated. You know?
I would say, well, what you changed to is like your spiritual walk. It's like going by Emmett J. It's like you kind of put a level of like, or a cap over what you could be. You know, if somebody sees your face and they associate it with that, they was like, okay, we don't want to hear you make this type of music.
Man,
So it's like you freed yourself
it
almost.
was, yeah, it definitely was a crazy like journey, especially like I worked for a couple of churches
for sure.
in my life. The last church I worked at, not the last church, the church before the last church I worked at, I was going through the interview process. It was a long few months of interviews,
Right.
and I'm sitting in the interview, and one day one of my like higher ups, he gonna ask in the interview, so tell me about Emmett J.
Oh no,
Bro,
he did his research.
I froze. Cause I was like, hold up. I thought I scrubbed it.
Yeah, like hold on
I
now.
was like, oh God, they found it. And so I just had to, I had to be honest.
Go
It's
clean,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I told him that was a music alias that I would create music through.
Right.
And so like before I got the job or anything, HR director called me. And she was just like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the music is great.
Yeah, right.
But-
You can't knock it.
But you have to get rid of it.
Right.
And I was like, that's nothing for me.
Yeah.
Like and just the idea of like I can just do it like that. It was like,
Yeah, it was
whatever,
like, no-
cool. So yeah, I that's one moment I felt convicted. But then when I just had the itch to want to get back to making music because I had stopped making music I never stopped making music. I stopped putting out music
Right.
for a couple years. But I knew I wanted to come back and I wanted to be proud of everything that I put out.
100%. Not shameful and
No,
being able to like push it to the max.
Ever. Like
Yeah.
it didn't matter what I talked about. I wanted it to be to where I'm like I said, I'm proud of this.
Right.
I'm happy. Like I want my face to be a part of this. And so a lot of people, they know me as Terrence, they know me as T, they know me as T-Mac. But a lot of people just know me as T.
Right.
And so that's where just the letter T comes in. Like, so if I'm,
Sure.
I'm talking to somebody that, hey, what's your name? I say it's T. And it's like T, yeah, just the letter T. Like, it's just easy to say. Like, as it just rolls off the tongue at this point. It's just the letter T. So there's double meaning behind the name, just the letter T. Even though that's the name, the actual name is T.
Right.
You know what I'm
get
saying?
that. And also I feel like it's another meaning from it, from what I got from it, just the letter T. It's like saying that you don't want all the glory. Just like, I don't even need my name, just the letter T. That's me. And let me tell you about what this is about, my music. You know what I'm saying? God's spiritual.
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really where just the letter T came from. Again, it's me, and it's a version of me that I am proud of. Because again, like you said, I had a kid show, and then that was called My Friend T.
Right.
So it's like I want whatever age that is consuming my content. You can go from one of my albums that's a kid show album, then you can come on over to Growing, which was an album that I put out, was a collection of things that I was working on, and then they're like, oh, this is great. Or you can go to this new album that's about to come out called Free Will. And it's got saying like it's got a great message no matter what I'm talking about.
Definitely.
And so it's like, again, I just keep it real. I think a lot of times people that want to enter the space that, like, I would say both of us are in,
For sure.
it can sound corny.
Yeah.
It can sound
Definitely.
preachy. But that was one compromise that I said I will not make. It's got to be, you know what I'm saying, no pun intended, authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
It's got to be, and I think that's the only way that I know for a fact it won't come off corny.
Yep.
If I keep it real with every single thing that I create, I'm not emulating. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not.
Exactly.
And so
It's
that's where like all
like
of that.
a fingerprint almost.
Yeah.
Like you just worried about what you have going on.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I feel like in music, especially like hip hop. Like I said, I know you can rap as well, but
Yeah.
that's beside the point. You can do so much other things that are great. But as far as just music, people always compete and compare and contrast all this stuff. And that in itself is corny to me.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a purpose, you're not really worried about competing. You just creating.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly. Yeah. And I think once I got to that point, that's when it just flowed.
Oh yeah.
That's literally where it flowed, and that's what a lot of people see from this album. That and I know we're gonna get into that, but like that's
Sure.
where Free Will came from. I named it Free Will because what do you do with your free will? And
Right.
This is what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
I took my free will and I created something I think God has been he's been leading me to my whole musical journey.
That's
From
powerful.
creating secular music to being really involved in R&B to understand harmonies and understand stacking and all of that.
Oh yeah.
I have the free will to be making secular music right now.
Very true.
But instead, I use my free will to tell the story of a man who started with saying I can do everything by myself to realizing that no, I can't do anything without God.
Oh, that's real.
And so that's where
100%.
this album came
Free
from.
Will, and that's what we is gonna get into next. So like I said, y'all, he's got this album that's on the way called Free Will. and the release date I believe is April 11th.
You know, I should probably know that off the top. April 10th. April 10th. April 10th.
I messed them up.
No. Yeah, April 10th. I'm like, I know it's close to that. Yeah. Whatever that Friday is, 11th or the 10th or 11th. It's that Friday, but I think it's the 10th.
No, that's a bet. So as far as that goes, though, so your previous project, Growing, definitely very spiritual, and it had a lot of range in it. Country, pop music, rap, R&B, all of that. So when it comes to creating Free Will, did you like start off a clean slate and say, all right, I'm making this album Free Will, let me get the songs recorded? Or did you have some songs already recorded and decide that's the direction that you wanted to go in as far as the title and name?
I would say the latter.
Okay.
Free Will was organic 100%.
Yeah.
When I started making the songs for Free Will, I didn't know I was creating Free Will.
Okay. Those are some good albums, right?
Yeah, like I really didn't know it. And so like I would say most of the stuff that is on Free Will was created last year. Okay. And then finished up this year. But there's a couple of tracks on there that I've been working on for 2-3 years.
Oh wow.
And so but they didn't feel like it was time, you know.
Right, for sure.
But last year I think I went through the toughest time of my life. For lack of better terms, I felt like that was the moment where it's like, well, this is life or death. Right. It's like I'm making it out of this, or I'm not. And so man, praise God, I made out of it. But like going through Bell's palsy, just being kind of just really knocked off my feet. It changed a lot for me. I also was just like in a point to where I didn't have I wasn't working for anyone else, so I was working for myself. And so when you work for yourself, if anybody's ever worked for themselves, there you go days, sometimes months without making money.
Yeah, very
you
true.
know what I mean?
I can attest to that.
You're building something.
Struggle.
But you know what I'm saying? But you might not be seeing income.
Right.
And that, especially as a man, weighs on your mind sometimes. You know? So it's like I was in that part. I was in that point of life. And you know, my wife and I, we wanted to start a family. When we already had a family, we wanted to have kids. And so I was going through an infertility journey. Well, I'm still on that journey right now. So you know, I had a lot of different things that were weighing on me.
Yep.
And then
Satan trying to use them things
100%, 100%. And so that's when I created the song. It's now titled "Depression Is a Choice."
Okay.
On the album.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get into some of those too.
Yeah, when I created "Depression Is a Choice," that's when I knew I was creating something. Okay. I was creating an album. Yeah. And to me, it sounded like God was saying, "This is the one I want you to put out because people need to hear." Because the premise of that song, and its very repetition, is just told. It was what I was in bed having what some people would say a depressive spell. In my mind, I said, it's about time. You gotta get up.
Yeah.
And that's what you gotta tell yourself. A lot of I promise you, like if you go through those depressive moments, you have to tell you have to, nobody else can. You have to tell yourself it's about time. Don't get up.
Yep.
And I just kept repeating that over to myself, until I physically got out of bed. I was stuck.
Right, that's powerful.
And when I got up, I was like, all right, cool. Washed my face off, and I went straight to my studio.
Yeah.
And I started making that song. And then it was just like, oh, I see what's happening.
Yeah.
I took all of that energy and I put it out because it was like, again, I named it "Depression Is a Choice" because I had a choice.
Right.
I could have sat there. I could have been like, woe is me, and like, no, I'm down, I'm out, I can't get up.
Right.
No, I don't choose that.
No, that's real.
And so, yeah, man, like I said, so Free Will, I didn't know I was building it until probably that moment where I was like, oh, something is forming here.
Yeah, I gotta give you some kudos on that too, man. I feel like in music, a lot of times people address depression and different things that might be going on through their lives as far as struggle goes. But with you in your position, it's like you're using that to flip it and give glory to God.
Yeah.
Whereas other people, you know what I'm saying, they might say, yeah, they struggle, but they got themselves out of it. But no, that's not the case. You know, it's always you being connected to that higher power. And like you said, you have free will, so you can choose what you want to do with that information. But it's strongly advised that you give that glory where it's due.
100%. Like, and again, that's another reason. I'm glad you said that. Another reason I named it free will is because, like, man, we all have it. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing with your free will? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm using my free will, like you said, to give glory to God. You know what I'm saying? I could use this album could have been so different. My free will could have been me.
Right.
Me. You know what I'm saying? And that's 100% why I started the album as me, because I want you to start the album like that and listen to it. Like the first song on the album is Love Starts With Me.
Yep.
That's the name of the song.
Oh yeah.
So it starts like, love starts with me. It's about loving myself, loving, like, so people click play. It's this little New Jack swing, like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they're agreeing. And so like, I want you to feel that way.
Real talk.
Get through the rest of the album and you're gonna see like, oh, this guy who was so peppy. That's why I wanted it to be a peppy song. Like he's so happy, he's so upbeat. I wanted you to start feeling how this person was so high, starts to kind of moody. So like again, sonically and musically, you're gonna listen and you're gonna hear that this person's mood is going down.
Yeah.
But that's because the further you get in, the further you notice that this guy's only talking about how what he can do.
Right.
And then it's not until when I really introduce God into the album that the shift happens.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear that. It's like a journey then.
Yes, and that's what I wanted. I wanted people to feel the journey. I wanted the shift to happen. I want you to feel the weight lift, because that's the turning point in life. It's when you finally stop thinking that you are the center of this universe and you start recognizing that God has all the power, and that's when life just gets easier. Amen. And that's when you get to use your free will to do just whatever you want to do, you know, and again, that's the whole premise of free will. And I will always use my free will to give the glory to God, to preach the gospel, to let people know that, you know, the only way to get to God is through Jesus, and believing that what he sacrificed, nobody else can do that for us.
That's real. And the crazy thing too, and like I said, I want all artists to listen to this, especially if you are a believer. It's like in the Bible, it says the only things that you do for the Christ will last. So you got to think about that when you're creating your music. And it's like, shoot, we putting all this time making music. When you want to listen to something on the other side, shoot, I think God might make it happen if you actually giving him glory. But if you're talking about X, Y, and Z, that stuff's staying on earth. So like I said, I appreciate you for coming through and being an artist that's not concerned about being worldly. This world is going to leave. Yeah. But the things for Jesus and things for God, that's going to be forever. So
sure. Yeah. And then, you know, I just got to be honest. Like I gotta be honest about it. Like I am not perfect, like nobody else is not perfect on this earth. You know what I'm saying? I mess up, you know, and it's not that I go around counting my sins, but I'm gonna sin. I mess up every day, but God, thankfully somebody has wiped that clean. You know what I'm saying? And even when I mess up, I know that I can every day get back on track. You know, and so that's why I really am excited for this album, just because I just want people to think about their free will. What are you using your free will for? Like what are you doing? And I hope that through this album, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world, but if one person can get a relationship with Jesus, if one person will open a Bible, you know what I'm saying, if one person will say a prayer of thankfulness, you know, give their life and ask for forgiveness, hey, that's dope. And it's not even to say I'll even know that happened.
Right.
I know God will know. And so it's like, that's why I just want this to reach all the ends of the earth, because it's like, hey, I'm not doing this for the recognition, but this message is gonna be a moot point if it don't go nowhere.
Real talk.
So that's why I wanted to get out, you know. So it's like it is what it is, and I'd be crazy if I said, oh, it wouldn't be dope to make money off of this.
Right.
Like, of course. It's like, of course I would want that.
Right.
But like at the end of the day, I just want ears. I just want people to hear it. I just want people to listen to it. And through this, I haven't even started my video campaign, but like I'm hoping that I can create a campaign around it that tells the story to where people understand what they're listening to.
Most definitely, man. I feel that. So said Free Will is coming on April 11th, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna get into sampling some songs. So appreciate y'all. Y'all sit tight.
Let's get it.
We back for the second part of this interview. What we got now, we got Just the Letter T, and he's gonna pretty much go through a few songs and just sample, let y'all know what it sounded like as far as this new album, Free Will, coming on April 11th. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and let him get into it and let y'all, he's gonna let y'all hear what he wants y'all to hear.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, I'll play a little something for you. So this first one I'm gonna play. This is the first song on the album. It's called Love Starts With Me. Again, free will takes you on a journey of what your free will is like. Like it's a man with free will who realizes that with his free will, he can do nothing without God. So it starts with love starts with me because, as humans, we're selfish. So that's where it starts. So let's get into it.
Yeah, it's time for you to love yourself the way I know you can love yourself. I didn't used to know what that means, but now I got a clue. It's time for you to get a grip. For love in every place, trying to find myself in someone else's space. I was lost, caught in a chase. I never knew my heart would set the pace. Now I see that I was blind. The love I needed was always in my mind. Gotta get it deep inside. Before I give it, I gotta get it right. Love starts with me. How can I love someone else if I don't love me first? Love starts with me. I cannot love no one else until I love me. Gotta love myself. Love myself. Even if no one else, I love myself. I hope you love yourself. We gotta love ourselves.
Yeah. This love starts with me.
You went lying. He said it's kicking off strong, bro.
Hey, I wanted to come in with something that's going like. I think the beauty about the song is, yes, this man going through the journey realizes what he needs, but there's also some empowerment in there. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, you do need to love yourself.
For sure.
Like it's like I do want people to have self-love, like, but you can't love yourself more than God, you know what I'm saying? And you can't allow that self-love to be so much to where you only think about yourself. You don't think about other people. You're not loving others. So there's a lot to do with it, but I did want there to still also be some empowerment in there as well.
100%. I feel like that self-love is like the self-love to just keep you from doing damaging things to yourself, whether that's mentally, physically, or taking the wrong action. That's where the self-love I feel like comes in. But you're right though, that you can't love yourself more than God loves you. And you'll never know how much He loves you.
Man, never.
This jam, if you ain't bopping to that, then you got some problems. Let's see what else.
What do you got? Let's see. Cool. Yeah, I want to play a little bit of Mansions. I think one thing that I love about this album too, it forced me to make short songs.
Oh yeah.
I, for the longest, I haven't known how to make short songs.
I feel you.
We grew up in the era to where this is chorus, verse, bridge. chorus. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I used to struggle trying to write that third verse sometimes.
Man, but I was like, I gotta have it though. Like, man. So, this was like the first true project to where it's like, nah, don't be afraid to do, you know what I'm saying, a quick song. Don't be afraid to let it be 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, get in, get out, say what you need to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do have a couple of those that got in, you know, verse 3. But most of it is just like in and out. So that's what I love about this. So, this one is what I believe is a single of the album. It's called Mansions. One thing that you'll notice is in different parts of Indianapolis, especially in like Fishers, there's mansions everywhere. Like, there's mansions everywhere.
And Fishers, you gotta keep a lookout because it be hills.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that one over there.
Man. And so like when we're driving through and we just see these mansions, I'm just thinking about how like extravagant they are, how beautiful they are, which led me to think about, you know what I'm saying, like over the course of the last year, I have been attacked on so many fronts from the enemy. Yeah. And, you know, I just came to the realization that, like, you know, even if the enemy, you know, keeps on trying to get at me, even if the enemy wanted to kill me, none of that even matters because everybody who has given their lives to Christ, and if they, you know, go on from this life, they're not leaving this life to just go into the dust. No, we're going up to mansions in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going up to the greatest houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at these mansions here, but these mansions ain't got nothing on the mansions that we actually get ready to, you know, inhabit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where mansions come from. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I see all of these humans and I see, you know, another person give themselves to Christ, I'm not seeing another body. You know, I'm seeing another mansion in the sky. Like,
No, for sure.
That's what I see.
The enemy right there trying to send notifications while you give him glory.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Enemy hates any way you can. But I ain't worried about none of that. So here goes mansions, man.
If y'all see, he third verses down.
Yeah, this ain't nothing like the first one. Yeah.
Heavenly mansions, bodies known as mansions, up in heaven dancing, mansions, mansions, all I see is mansions, amen, amen, amen. They try to stab it, attack.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Just a
Can't
little
give y'all
bit.
too much.
Nah, just a little bit.
But y'all see what he's working with, though. I try to tell y'all, like, overall, this platform is not just gonna be for anybody. Like, you gotta be special, you know what I'm saying? Really authentic and really purpose driven to get on there. But like I said, man, it's no different from sitting next to any of those A-list celebrities or artists that you see. It's just how much talent's right here, man. And like I said, I gotta show love. Like I was telling him off camera, he don't make songs, he makes movies.
Man.
And you gonna see how it is when you listen to any project he's done.
Man, I appreciate that. Like, seriously, yeah. I think for a lot of people who make music, who do anything, you know, a lot of people think that their value is based on, you know, how many views, or, you know what I'm saying, like how many, you know, likes or whatever. But like,
for the likes,
yeah,
it's
like,
like
that matters. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think some of these people might have, again, the money to put the backing behind it, but you know that doesn't that doesn't mean anything. Like if your heart is in something and you designed it to be something, like that's where the worth is. Like the value is not in, you know what I'm saying, like the clout, the chase, all of the things. It's about, all right, what is this thing? Because again, at the end of the day, we are all based off of the grand designer, you know what I'm saying? The master creator, you know? And so the fact that we all also have the ability to create, that's what I think is the dopest part of life.
Definitely. And it's like God gives us that ability to create. I feel like you got to realize that, and that's going to influence your music. Like I said, I know several artists, you know, a lot of us, most rappers and R&B singers, we came up in the church. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why, when you 30 plus years old, are you making songs to try to get the attention of people in their younger 20s?
Yeah.
Like, no, you gotta stay with the purpose and keep on giving something that they can listen to, to digest, and it might affect them in a positive way.
Yeah. It's all about growth, which is why I named Growing.
Check it out too. Hey, really, I'm going to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever. Check out just the letter T, Growing, right now.
Appreciate it. This last one I'm gonna play for y'all. This one is very special. The reason why it's so special to me is because I would say, outside of, you know, the guy who got me into music, because he's not really making music anymore. AK has been my most consistent collaborator.
Appreciate it. I'm in.
Yeah, I've worked with him longer than anybody that I have in music. You know what I'm saying? Because most people, they fall off. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you know, like, you know, and it's not a bad thing. It's just not you know, just not something that is instilled in everybody. But when I tell you, like, this is one guy who has never faltered, has never stopped, who continues to grow. Just one of my favorite rappers. Just like, I know anytime he gonna get on something, he gonna lace it, and it's not just words that come on from a page. Like, there's meaning. You know?
For sure.
And so that's why this means so much to me, because I knew if I had a feature on this album, it was gonna be him.
I appreciate that.
So like literally my only feature on this album is him, because I knew this is what was going to complete the album. And so Operate was the last song that was finished for the album. I don't know if I ever told you that, but it was the one that I knew it was the missing link.
Yeah.
And so I sent it to him. I want to say, you might have got that back date, same day.
I don't play when it comes to the features.
Yeah,
Straight to work.
yeah, man. I was out, you know what I'm saying? I think we was getting ice cream or something. And then they came through my phone. I said, oh, we got it. And I played it on the speakers. I said, we got one. We got one. And so Operate, this is I love this song, man. It's another just truthful song. It's like, man, like, I'm not perfect. Like, I need God. Not only that, I need him to work on my heart. Yeah. I need him working constantly on my heart. So imagine, so I love watching medical shows.
Okay.
So like that's real big. I love watching medical shows.
Big on grades.
Yeah, so I love watch all the grades. Like I love shows like that. So just seeing when the people come into the OR, how much a second matters.
Yeah.
You know, how much
It's like urgent.
it's urgent. Like we have to do this now. And that's what I feel like when it comes to us being humans on this world. We can't wait. We need God now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people who are thinking like, oh, I've got time. You don't know that. You don't know that. And so that's why I ask God, please operate on me. I need it. I need it now. I feel that something is off. You know, we're humans. We all feel when our spirit is off. We feel when we're not operating at our best. We feel when we are just kind of like letting little things get to us. And so this is why I just had to take a stop, and I need to say, like, something feels weird. Like, it's not good. Let me stop. Let me talk to the creator. Let me talk to the greatest physician on this earth. Not this earth, it's everything. Like, that's who I need. Please, like, I submit it to you. Ain't nothing I can do. And so that's where this comes from. And so it's Operate.
Oh, that was a pretty good introduction to the song.
You know.
Black male, mid-30s, and unresponsive with self-inflicted
He don't make
wounds.
songs, he make
He may
movies.
have faint pulse, but it's
Hey, shout out to my wife for coming in and giving me a VO.
Head bleeding. We started oxygen, 2 large bore IVs, pressure dressings. He's not stabilizing. He needs an OR now.
Please operate. Please operate on me. Please operate. Please operate on me. Something's off, I feel it in my mind and in my soul. I'm temperamental, I'm quick to anger, and it's taking a toll. At my job, when I'm in the car, even when chilling at home. I need a doctor, not any doctor, need the best physician you know. Oh, need 100 cc's, need to get the OR ready. I need a city chief, please. Tell him this case heavy. It's the laceration that I created myself. I'm torn, but you can hear me, I'm pleading for help. Please operate. I was doing well, then I relapsed. Please operate on me. I wandered away and now I'm back. Please operate. I don't need prescription. I'm ready to listen. Demands of forgiveness. That's how you operate.
First surgery went well. He's got a long road of recovery ahead of him, but I'm positive that he can pull through this. So you guys have to stay positive. If you have any questions, please let me know. We're gonna do our very best for him, okay? All right.
Yeah, Lord, please make your incision on me. Need your precision, given no one knows me like you know me. Knowing you the one and only. I'm trying to give myself holy. For you to OR means that you can operate remotely. Can't go forward, there's no procedure without your procedure. Gotta get my heart healthy to do what I can to please you. It's evil in this world, cause a lot of people need you. But in the waiting room, only if you trying to receive you. I don't need no help pavilion just to tell you how I'm feeling. Like my grandmother used to say, we praying, Lord willing. Best part about your healing is no hospital food. Nah, I'm playing, you do much more than a doctor could do. Told us you would come through, just keep an optic on you. Just trying to put you first, like on top of the tube. The whole congregation needs a biopsy. Call it Operation God's Got Me.
Please operate. I was doing well and I relapsed. Please operate on me. I wandered away and now I'm back. Please operate. I don't need prescription. I'm ready to listen. Demands of forgiveness. That's how you please operate. I was doing well and I relapsed. Please operate on me. I wandered away and now I'm back. Please operate. I don't need prescription. I'm ready to listen. Demands of forgiveness. That's how you operate.
Oh yeah, I gotta say one thing too. So with this song, man, when you send it back to my daughter, she had like a little USB camera. She was like, "Dad, I put some music on it." And it only took MP3s, and I think I had operate the first draft that you sent me. It was on my desktop, so I dragged it and dropped it. Man, she probably played that thing like 100 times.
Hey,
she knows the song.
That's love, bruh. No, I love that song.
Yeah,
I love that song.
very
Like
complete.
the way that I replay it, like I listen to it, I was like, man, it makes me feel good. You know, again, I love the fact that we can talk about the gospel and don't have to preach it to people, but like we can really let people know. Like I love the song because it's like it talks about how I was doing good.
Yeah.
But then I relapsed.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Cycle that happens. Like,
It
keep going back
happens.
to the source.
It happens sometimes. Sometimes we mess up. I was running away, but now I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need prescription. I don't need pills. I don't need drugs. I don't need all these things. I need you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why this song really is near and dear to my heart, and so I just appreciate you for being a part of that record.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, I can't take no critic, especially the songs that pertain to the word. When it comes to time like that, I feel like that's my duty. So I take it serious. So anytime you ask me to hop on something, I'm gonna definitely come as best as I can. But like I said, just try to be a vessel. That's it.
Every time. I appreciate that, bro.
But like I said, man, y'all done heard it. Y'all heard some clips. Free Will coming April 11th. And like I said, until then, well, I don't know, it might even drop when it comes out after, but whatever. listen to Free Will, also listen to Growing. Like I said, it does not take a step down from anything. Everything he does, shout out to my dog, Just to Let Her T, everything he does at 100%. Creativity, everything on point. I know he doesn't do it for any accolades or anything, but the way that he's letting God use him, I think God's pleased as well.
I pray that, and thank you again for having me on the platform, and I pray that this platform just grows beyond whatever you even thought it was going to be. You know, again, you allow God to just move and allow Him to work through everything. It's gonna touch every single person that it's supposed to, and it's gonna just grow like it's supposed to. So just keep going.
The first step, man. Like I said, I wouldn't have nobody on here but you, and it all worked out as divine. With you just having your project coming out, and like I said, this has been on my heart to start for years. So. It's here, and like I said, it ain't going nowhere. So it's what it is. Like I said, Authentic Intentions, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see what we got coming next. We're going to have to dip back and see what else Just to Let Her T's got going. Appreciate y'all.